Now, it's no secret that Americans want more control over the food that goes into family meals, and they're actually utilizing their own backyards to get it done. We'll call it the backyard to table movement, and here to tell us about actually raising food for your family is host of Garden Home, P. Alan Smith. Good morning, Alan.
Hey, Alex. Good morning.
It's great to have you on. So it looks like you have a lot of furry friends around you. Can you tell us why that is?
I do. Yes, I do. I have a whole brooder here full of day-old chicks. Well, these are actually about 5 days old. These are some chicks from Tractor Supply. We're launching Chick Days, which will go on for the entire month of April. And the idea is that folks can come in who are interested in, just as you mentioned, doing a little backyard farming. They can keep a few chickens in their backyard. Of course, subject to what their municipality will allow them to have. Many will let you have 3 to 5 hens, not roosters. You can go into TSC this month, pick out some of the breeds that you like, get all the equipment that you need to start a new hobby, a heat lamp, waterers, feeders, place to keep the little guys warm, and then some expert advice on how to care for them. I think that folks are really interested in being a little more self-reliant. I think we're all more interested in where our food comes from and how that food is being raised. And, you know, with the rise in vegetable gardens, either in the backyard or in some cases the front yard, the idea of raising your own birds and producing beautiful fresh eggs like this, well, you know, it really gets people's attention. And what's interesting with chickens, they really work into the overall ecosystem of a backyard so that you can take the droppings from the chickens and the bedding and work that into your garden, and you can grow amazingly beautiful and delicious vegetables. Plus you get the benefit of all these eggs. If you do the math, it's really interesting. 3 hens, if those hens lay 150 to 200 eggs a year, that's 450 to 600 eggs a year that you get just from 3 hens that really don't take up much room in the backyard or require much of your time.
Wow, and I mean, anyone who's had fresh eggs knows that there's an actual difference when you go to cook it. It actually tastes different, and it tastes, well, fresher. Now, what kind of tips can you give us to keep the flock healthy and alive and producing for us?
Well, I think you always want to make sure that they're not crowded. Sometimes people try to have too many chickens in a limited space. But if you have just 3 to 5 hens, if you give them 5 square feet per bird, that's important. That's enough, actually. And then you want to make sure that they're protected. You want to make sure they're protected at night in particular, because raccoons and possums, everything wants to eat a chicken. So you need to be able to lock them up at night. And also, when you're choosing the breeds, choose breeds that sort of fit your family. Some breeds are very docile, some are a little more nervous. This is a beautiful partridge silky bantam, which is the perfect breed for a family who wants to get their kids involved, because these are so docile and easygoing and amusing to look at, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm just looking at him, and it kind of looks like me when I don't have a haircut for a little while. I feel like he represents me. Now, this is all amazing information. I'm sure people never really thought about doing something like this. I think that it can sort of, like you said, revolutionize their garden, give them fresher food, and give them maybe a different activity to do. So if people want to learn a little bit more and get signed up for something like this, where can they go?
Well, of course, like I mentioned, Tractor Supply has Chick Days going on through March. It's a good time to go in and talk to people and see the chicks firsthand. You can go to tractorsupply.com for more information. You can go to my website, because we're big advocates of the whole local food movement as well as urban agriculture, and that's PAlansmith.com. And if you really get interested in chickens and your own Facebook, log on to our Facebook page called Chicken Chat. Chicken Chat's a lot of fun, and people who keep chickens share a lot of advice. So it's a good place to get firsthand information.
Very good. It's like Facebook for chickens. P. Alan Smith, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about it.
It's a real pleasure. Have a great spring.
Hey, you too. And the rest of you guys stay right where you are. Morning Blend, we'll be right back.